The area of the left rectangle is 42 square units. The area of the right rectangle is 74 square units. The combined width of the left and middle rectangles is 13 units. And the combined width of the middle and right rectangles is 17 units. Our goal is to find the area of the middle rectangle. Let the width of the middle rectangle be x, and let the common height of all three rectangles be y. Since all three rectangles have the same height, we can find any combined area by multiplying the combined width by y. Now, let's look at the left rectangle and the middle rectangle together. Their total width is 13 units, so their combined area is 13 multiplied by y. At the same time, this combined area is simply the area of the left rectangle plus the area of the middle rectangle. We know the left rectangle has area 42, and let's call the unknown middle area A. So we get A plus 42 equals 13y. Keep that equation in mind because we'll use it shortly. Now look at the middle rectangle and the right rectangle together. Their combined width is 17 units, so their total area is 17 multiplied by y. This must also equal the area of the middle rectangle plus the area of the right rectangle. Therefore, A plus 74 equals 17y. So, now we have two equations. The first is A plus 42 equals 13y, and the second is A plus 74 equals 17y. Here is the key step. We do not need to find A immediately. Instead, we can subtract the first equation from the second equation. The reason this works so nicely is that the same unknown area, A, appears in both equations, so those A terms will cancel. Let's write it carefully. A plus 74 minus the quantity A plus 42 equals 17y minus 13y. On the left, a minus A becomes 0, leaving 74 minus 42. On the right, 17y minus 13y gives 4y. So we have 32 equals 4y. Now divide both sides by 4 because we want y by itself. 32 divided by 4 is 8, so y equals 8. Great. We now know that the common height of all three rectangles is 8 units. If you're following along, this is a good point to pause and check why the cancellation worked, because this same idea appears in many geometry problems. And if you're enjoying these step-by-step math problems, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and leave your answer in the comments before we finish. Now let's substitute y equals 8 into our first equation. Our first equation was a plus 42 equals 13y. Replacing y with 8 gives us a plus 42 equals 13 multiplied by 8. 13 multiplied by 8 is 104. So we have a plus 42 equals 104. Now subtract 42 from both sides. On the left, 42 cancels with negative 42, leaving a. On the right, 104 minus 42 equals 62. Therefore, a equals 62. Since a represents the area of the middle rectangle, the area of the middle rectangle is 62 square units. Now, let's look at the same problem from another angle, because there is another neat way to reach exactly the same answer. This time, instead of starting with the combined areas, we'll work directly with the widths of the individual rectangles. We already called the width of the middle rectangle x, and the common height is y. The combined width of the left and middle rectangles is 13. Therefore, if the middle rectangle has width x, the left rectangle must have with 13 minus x? We know that the area of a rectangle is its length, or width, multiplied by its height. So the area of the left rectangle is 13 minus x multiplied by y. But the area of the left rectangle is given as 42, therefore 13 minus x, all multiplied by y, equals 42. Now let's expand this carefully. 13 multiplied by y gives 13y, and negative x multiplied by y gives negative xy. So we get 13y minus xy equals 42. Now, we want xy by itself, because x multiplied by y is exactly the area of the middle rectangle. Starting from 13y minus xy equals 42. Subtract 13y from both sides. This gives negative xy equals 42 minus 13y. Now multiply both sides by negative 1, which changes the signs, giving xy equals 13y minus 42. So we have another expression for the middle rectangle's area. Now let's do the same thing with the right rectangle. The combined width of the middle and right rectangles is 17. Since the middle rectangle has width x, the right rectangle must have width 17 minus x. Its height is y, so its area is 17 minus x, all multiplied by y. We know that the right rectangle has area 74, so 17 minus x, all multiplied by y, equals 74. Expand the expression. 17y minus xy equals 74. Again, we want xy by itself. Move 17y to the other side, giving negative xy equals 74 minus 17y. Multiply both sides by negative 1, and we get xy equals 17y minus 74. Now, notice something important. We have two different expressions for xy. From the left rectangle, we found that xy equals 13y minus 42. From the right rectangle, we found that xy equals 17y minus 74. Since both expressions equal the same quantity, xy, they must equal each other. So we can set them equal. 13y minus 42 equals 17y minus 74. Now, let's rearrange this carefully. We want the numerical terms on one side and the y terms on the other. Add 74 to both sides, then 13y. Leaves 32 equals 4y. Divide both sides by 4, and once again, we get y equals 8. So both methods give us the same common height, 8 units, which is a good confirmation that our calculations are consistent. Now we return to the equation xy equals 13y minus 42. Substitute y equals 8. This gives xy equals 13 multiplied by 8 minus 42. 13 multiplied by 8 is 104, so xy equals 104 minus 42. That gives xy equals 62. Remember, x multiplied by y represents the width of the middle rectangle multiplied by its height, which is exactly its area. Therefore, the area of the middle rectangle is 62 square units. So our final answer is 62 square units. Notice how the common height allowed us to compare the two pairs of rectangles and eliminate the unknown middle area in the first method, while the second method works directly with the individual widths. Both approaches lead to the same result, 62 square units. If you found the reasoning useful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments whether you got 62 before reaching the final step.